I have very fond memories of this from my grandmother as a child, making this on a Christmas Eve, wrapping it up in a pillowcase and hanging it up in a chimney till next Christmas Eve. This is the easiest dish in the world to make. As long as you've got all your ingredients, you just put everything in a bowl, mix it, and you're done.
We are here with Kevin Smith, amazing chef, proprietor of Beast and Cleaver, an amazing craft butcher shop in Seattle, as well as Peasant,
Yep.
a restaurant that runs out of your butcher shop. Right now, you're not showing us how to break down any animals. You're showing us how to make a classic English pudding.
The definition of a pudding is to warm the soul. That's how you should think of a pudding. It wants to give you a big fat cuddle. This is made with beef suet. So it does come from the butcher shop, you know, it does come from the whole animal here.
So Kevin's gonna show us how to do this in one day. You don't need a full year. Let's get into it.
All right. Okay, so first step of Christmas pudding is to steep our fruit overnight in brandy. We got sultanas, some cherries, some candied zest, and some figs. It used to be known as figgy pudding. Tons of figs in it. The key to this is we don't want this like dry stuff that's going into a pudding. It needs to be steeped, it needs to be rehydrated, and adding booze to it is very Christmassy. So into a bowl, lots of lovely brandy in, and just mix it around here. Absolutely feel free to change it. You know, this is some dried fruit that's traditional to how I grew up making it, but any type of dried fruit would work. If you can't find sultanas, currants are great, raisins, all of that stuff, it really works. And this guy, the fruit has been steeped overnight, so you can see texturally they're much softer. These are hard, these are nice and soft. They've become plump and filled with flavor, and it smells very, very Christmassy. So from here, we'll go into mixing everything. We'll baste our bowl with some butter, chill it, and then we'll put everything in. Okay, Christmas pudding, very first stage, pudding bowl, melted butter. Just simply brush the bowl with butter. We're gonna do this 2 times. This is gonna be an insurance that after the pudding is cooked, it doesn't stick. Takes about 10 seconds or so to do this, and it will just make your life a lot easier getting the pudding out of the mold. You can throw sugar in here, you can throw like brown sugar, white sugar, you can throw breadcrumbs on the outside, but I just like to keep it simple and do melted butter. We have a lid, we're gonna brush that too, just for extra precaution. That's going to go in the fridge for a few minutes, and then we'll add a second coat and we'll put our pudding in it. Thank you. All the ingredients for our Christmas pudding. For me, the most interesting one is suet, which we take from our kidney fat from the cows that we bring in every Monday and Thursday. Very unusual to find this in any recipes these days in its raw form. To turn this into tallow, which we used on the pâté en croûte, you need to take this and cook it in a little water until it liquefies, strain it through a sieve, and you're left with a clear beef fat, which becomes very, very hard, very firm in texture. Over here, we just got some breadcrumbs, some brown sugar, our fruit has been steeped, orange juice. We've got quince over here. In my opinion, one of the most quintessential English ingredients, probably my favorite vegetable fruit to work with. Amazing flavor. They smell amazing. Great, great ingredient. We've got some eggs, some orange juice, some ginger. Again, very, very English. You might not associate ginger with a lot of English food, but going back to the medieval times where this recipe is derived from, ginger was a big part of the food back then. Some allspice, some cinnamon, flour, baking powder, and some orange zest over here. As long as you've got all your ingredients, you just put everything in a bowl, mix it, and you're done. So that's what I'm going to do. Doesn't matter if you put anything in a particular order, just put it all in. Flour, eggs, ginger, baking powder, cinnamon, allspice, zest of an orange juice, salt. Got a quince over here. I'm just going to grate this onto the table real quick. I'm not even going to bother taking the skin off. I like the flavour of it. This is going to add moisture to the pudding. You could easily substitute it for an apple if you wanted. For me, quince has got like a much firmer texture to apple. It smells like rose and saffron, especially when they're picked fresh. And just a fantastic flavor to work with. It's like a harder version of apple. Horrible to eat raw, fantastic to eat cooked. And just mix everything up. It smells like Christmas. Just work it together. We're not worried about like overworking it. You can't really overdevelop the gluten content because there's such a little amount of flour in it. There's nothing complex about this. You see the way it's becoming squishy now. And that's it. It's as easy as that. So this whole thing here is done. That's the texture. It's loose. It smells like Christmas. It's amazing. I would eat it just like this. A small but important step is to add a second coat of melted butter to the mold. This is going to cook for like 4 hours. It's going to caramelize in the slow cooking process, and the sugars can stick to the cooking vessel. So just by adding a second coat here, we're giving ourselves a lot more room for it to come out of the mold a lot easier. That's that. This will chill for another minute, then we'll put our pudding into it and we are completely good to go. Okay, so our butter is chilled in here. We're going to put it in here and we're going to talk briefly about how we steam it and some of the other ways we can cook these puddings. So I'm just going to use my hands because it's a lot easier. Pack it in all the way up. This is not going to souffle up like a lot of cakes. It's very dense, and that's what it's meant to be like. So just packing it in, little tap down. So Christmas pudding is in. Some little air gaps in there, don't care about those. It's all gonna cook, it's all gonna look beautiful. This is gonna steam for about 4 hours. That's it, yeah. So I'll put the lid on here. So this guy's ready to cook off. So we got our Christmas pudding here. We've got our pot of boiling water. There's a small trivet that we showed in here now. It's as simple as putting this guy in. The water's up about an inch around it. This particular recipe we've tested, it takes about 4 hours at around 200 degrees. In the water on the inside, and the internal temperature of this pudding should be, when it's done, around 190-ish degrees. That's it, yeah, just go and make a cup of tea and chill out, yeah. To make this dish complete is even simpler than the Christmas pudding. Is you take some cream and some powdered sugar and you mix them together. The pudding itself is not very sweet, so having a slightly sweet cream to go on top is lovely. This is not overly sweet. This is English. It's not American. It doesn't have tons and tons of sugar in it. This is European sweet over here. This is our decorative custard cream pot. I'm just gonna basically pour this in. Again, I haven't whipped the cream here. I'm not trying to make whipped cream. It's just cream. It's just cream with sugar in it. Pudding's been cooking away, nice and hot, steam coming out of here. I'm gonna turn this guy right down so I don't burn myself. Take it out. And we can look here at the change in texture. Absolutely beautiful, it's nice. We'll take this guy, we'll just put him down nice and gently on here, in the center of our plate. And it should just pop off. You got this absolutely beautiful, very traditional, medieval style English Christmas pudding. Come to the final finished product over here, our Christmas pudding. Dasha, come and eat some food, man.
I've been waiting a year. It's been so long. It's out of the pillowcase.
Let's do it,
It's time to light some stuff on fire.
Yeah.
We want some ambience, right? We
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
get the lights low.
Yeah.
So is this your favorite thing as a kid?
Oh yeah, anything involving fire is always good for any kid. There we go, touch more. Yeah, you can see that all over here. And then just the smell coming off of that, the brandy. Yeah, that is exactly what it should look like. So while that's cooking away now, I'm just gonna come in with my cream. And this is how you get the classic brandy cream that goes with a good Christmas pudding. It's gonna kind of just come in, make a giant mess.
That's nice. I can see why you need a nice bowl here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's
cut into it.
Let's cut it and see if it's any good. Yeah.
That's nice. It's just bubbling.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Look at that, yeah. We've got our cream over here. We still got some left, so you can never have enough.
So we want to get it all.
Get it in, yeah. Steep it in there. Get drunk off of the booze.
That is good.
Right?
That's really good. The texture is so nice. I mean, it's soft. It's almost got a carrot cakey texture. The fruit's really there. That citrus fruit's there. I expected it to be like more boozy in your face. It's nice, sort of restrained boozy.
But just coming from such humble ingredients, would you ever guess that this was beef fat and a load of dried fruit, essentially what it is, you know? And the steaming of it changes it into that really lovely soft texture that you get. And it's good, I love it.
It's delicious. Kevin, thank you so much. Thanks to your grandmother for this amazing recipe. This is delicious. The best Christmas pudding I've had all year. It's the best Christmas pudding I've ever had.
I love that.
We've got Kevin's amazing Christmas pudding recipe, a porchetta recipe that we're so excited about, and then the mother of all recipes, a beast, your pâté en croûte. Famous pâté en croûte. You can get it Beast and Cleaver if you're ever in Seattle, or if you can score a reservation at Peasant, good luck to you. But you can also make it yourself. So thank you so much for being here. We've got so many great other holiday recipes, all at ChefSteps. Check it out.
Subscribe to our channel and visit chefsteps.com for more tips, recipes, guides, and tools to help you level up in the kitchen.